Hey guys, it's Sagar, and today we are going to unbox and take our first look at the OnePlus Nord 2 5G. This is the successor of the OnePlus Nord, which was launched last year, and it was OnePlus's re-entry into the mid-budget smartphone segment. This time I was really underwhelmed with the OnePlus's flagship lineup because I don't think OnePlus gave us enough things with the OnePlus 9 Pro and the OnePlus 9. The 9R, which actually costs less than the 9, arguably offers more value than the OnePlus 9. So I was really looking forward to this year's Nord series phones. Little over a month back, they launched the Nord CE, which was again really disappointing. But finally, the Nord 2 is here, and it seems to be OnePlus's best offering for this year so far. They have even offered more 5G bands in this OnePlus Nord 2 than their entire flagship OnePlus 9 series phones combined. I don't want this video to be too long because I am working on a lot more videos about this OnePlus Nord 2 and the Poco F3 GT. But before we get to the unboxing part, I am definitely going to ask the new viewers to hit the subscribe button and turn on all the notifications for this channel so you don't miss out when the new video goes live. I am trying to get this channel to 200k subscribers by the end of this year, and I need your help to get us there. Coming back to the OnePlus Nord 2, this phone is available in 3 colors: Blue Haze, which has a glossy glass back, Grey Sierra, which has a frosted matte glass back, and the Green Wood color, which has a leather-like finish and will only be available in India. Now the green color isn't available right now, and it will be coming sometime next month. There are 3 RAM and storage options to choose from. 6GB RAM and 128GB storage option is priced at 27,999 rupees, but this one isn't available right now. It will go on sale in limited quantities at the end of next month. This variant is only there, so OnePlus could say that they launched the Nord 2 at a starting price of 27,999. We know what OnePlus is going to do. The base variant just won't be available for long, and the 8GB RAM and 128GB storage variant, which is available for 29,999 rupees, will be considered as a base variant of this phone. There is also a 12GB RAM variant with 256GB of built-in storage, and that one is being sold for rupees 34,999. I went with the Grey Sierra color with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of internal storage, and this is the Indian retail box that the Nord 2 comes in. This box is similar to last year's box, but the Nord text now plays with light and changes color when you look at it from various angles. The teal accents are still there, which I think looks cool. The first thing that you see when you open the box is the phone itself. Let me keep it aside while we look at other things in the box. After the phone, we have this envelope which is holding the SIM tray ejection tool, Nord stickers, quick start guide, safety information, the Red Cable Club membership card, and a letter from the OnePlus team. Then there is the signature red USB Type-C cable for charging and data transfer. Now how cool would it be if, like all the accents, OnePlus could also make this cable in teal color? Hit the like button if you also want OnePlus to include a teal cable with the next Nord series phones. Finally, we have the 65-watt warp charger in the box, which charges the battery inside this phone at an insanely fast speed. Those are all the things that we get in the box. Now let me keep all of them aside so we can get back to the phone. Let me remove the plastic and the IMEI stickers from the back so we can have a good look at the phone. It looks very much similar to the OnePlus 9, it's just a bit smaller. OnePlus could have very well called this phone the OnePlus 9 Mini or something like that. The design is not new, but I am really liking this grey color. This is a matte back, which means it doesn't shine as much or gather as many fingerprints as phones with glossy backs. It is not too big, so it fits comfortably in my hands. Although the frame is made of plastic, we do get Gorilla Glass 5 at the front and back, and that makes this phone feel premium in your hands. At about 190 grams, it is not exactly as light as some of the other phones that I have tried in recent times. But the weight is very well spread out across the body, so it doesn't feel top or bottom heavy. Personally, I would like to use it without a case. But if you want to add a bit of protection to your phone, the case that comes in the box will provide good all-round protection to the phone. Its corners are raised, so the screen stays protected even if the phone falls flat on its face. It also comes with a screen protector pre-installed. But I don't like that these screen protectors gather scratches over time, so I'm just going to order a tempered glass screen protector from OnePlus to use with it. Taking a look around the phone, there is a power button on the right side and the OnePlus signature alert slider above it. At the top, there is just a noise cancelling microphone. On the left side, there are volume up and down buttons, and at the bottom, there is the speaker grill, USB Type-C port, a microphone, and a SIM tray. This SIM tray can hold 2 nano SIM cards at a time. At the back, other than the OnePlus logo, there is a triple camera setup and a flash. At the front, Nord 2 gets a 6.43-inch AMOLED display with a resolution of 2400 by 1080 pixels, and this display supports 90Hz refresh rate. With so many phones costing much less than this coming with 120Hz AMOLED display, some people are going to be disappointed to hear about the 90Hz refresh rate display on this phone. Brightness levels seem really good in these indoor artificially lit lighting conditions, but I will have to use it outside and see how it holds up against the bright sun. This time OnePlus went with MediaTek and has used their flagship Dimensity 1200 processor to power this phone. I haven't used any phone with this processor yet, so I'm excited to test its performance in day-to-day life. As I mentioned towards the beginning, it comes with 6, 8 or 12GB of LPDDR4X RAM, and you have the option to choose between 128 or 256GB of UFS 3.1 storage. There is a 4500 mAh dual cell battery inside, which should be enough for most users, and thanks to the 65W warp charger, it can charge up really fast. So in terms of battery, we are not only getting higher capacity battery compared to the original Note, but even the charging speed is over 2 times faster. This phone finally has more than 2 5G bands, so if you get this phone, you won't have to worry about the 5G performance. On paper and in benchmarks, this processor performs much better than the Snapdragon processor on last year's OnePlus Nord. I don't rely too much on benchmark scores, so I will have more to say about its performance after using this phone for a few more days. Software-wise, it is running on the latest version of Oxygen OS, which is built on top of Android 11. Now this is the first time that I am checking out a OnePlus phone after they have merged the OnePlus OS with Color OS in the background. OnePlus said that all the changes will be behind the curtains. But if you have used any of the OnePlus phones before this for even a short time, you can tell straight away that this is not the Oxygen OS that we know and love. The design elements are heavily borrowed from Color OS, and the biggest design change could be found in the camera app. It is straight out of a Realme phone. I really wish OnePlus lets Oxygen OS be as it is. After all, many people go for OnePlus phones just because of that. I just hope they don't change things too much going ahead. The good thing about the software experience is that it is still clean and minimal to a large extent, and you also won't see any heavy bloatware out of the box. Other than some of the Google apps, there are very few other apps like Netflix which are pre-installed. Coming to the cameras, there is a triple camera setup at the back. The main camera gets a 50MP Sony IMX766 sensor, f1.88 aperture and optical image stabilization. Now this is the same sensor that I really liked on the OnePlus 9 Pro. This one was used on the 9 Pro's wide camera, and I thought its colors and details were better than its main camera. Although it's the same sensor, the lens elements in front of it are different and the processor is also different, so the image processing pipeline has also changed a bit. So it will be interesting to see how well OnePlus has optimized this sensor with the MediaTek processor. Next camera gets an 8MP sensor, f2.25 aperture and an ultra-wide lens. And finally, there is a 2MP monochrome camera with f2.4 aperture. At the front, this time we get a single 32MP camera with f2.45 aperture. I am going to make a very detailed camera review of the OnePlus Nord 2, but this time I might take some time with it. I am going to wait until I get 1 or 2 software updates on this phone and give OnePlus some time to refine the cameras. I will also make a detailed camera comparison with the Poco F3 GT and the Mi 11X, so make sure you have the notifications for this channel turned on. Now in conclusion, my first impressions about this phone are a bit mixed. The design is nothing out of the ordinary, but I really like the color and the matte finish to the back. It fits well in my hands, but it definitely feels a bit on the heavier side, especially if you are using it with the case. I feel the fingerprint sensor is a tad slower, and again, it is placed a bit too low on this phone. I can't say much about the performance or the battery life because I haven't used this phone for long enough. And software wise, I am a bit disappointed to see OnePlus move away from their clean UI and more towards Color OS. The biggest disappointment yet has to be the whole user interface of the camera app. I am happy to see the battery capacity going up, and warp charging speeds are always a good thing to have on your phone. Finally, there is the OnePlus phone which I am somehow satisfied with, which came out this year. Well, these are all my initial thoughts, and they might change as I use this phone for a longer time. So make sure to stick around the channel to hear my final thoughts about this phone and its full review, which will come after a few weeks. That is pretty much it for this unboxing and initial impressions video. I will use this phone and put it through rigorous testing so I can tell you guys more about its performance, battery life and cameras. If you guys want to know anything more about this phone, or if you want me to make any specific video about it, then let me know in the comments. That is it for this video guys. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to the channel for more quality tech videos like this. You can also check out some of the other videos from this channel. This has been Sagar, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.